There's a person you already thought of. You didn't mean to. You read the title and a face arrived before you could stop it. Someone who was never quite good for you. Someone who made you feel small or uncertain, or like you were always reaching for something just out of your hands. And somehow, they felt more like love than anyone who was ever kind to you. The people who were gentle with you felt like nothing, and the one who left you a little hungry felt like the truest thing you've ever known. Tonight, I want to tell you why. We like to believe love is something we choose, that we weigh a person, measure how they treat us, and decide. It isn't. Love is not something we choose. It's something we recognize, and that's where the trouble begins. Because before you ever knew what love was, you learned what it felt like. You learned its temperature, its rhythm, whether it was safe or whether you had to earn it. And ever since, some quiet part of you has been walking through the world, holding up every person you meet against that first blueprint and calling it chemistry when they match. So here is the strange idea this whole channel exists to sit inside. What if the thing you recognize as love is actually the shape of an old wound? There are 4 reasons we crave the people who hurt us. By the end, I want to show you the way out of all of them. Reason 1. The spark was never love. Think about the feeling we trust the most. The racing heart, the stomach that drops when their name lights up your phone, the electricity of not knowing where you stand. We call that chemistry. We treat it like proof. But your body has only one alarm. It uses the exact same signals for excitement and for fear. A pounding heart, shallow breath, that live wire under the skin. Your nervous system cannot tell the difference between "I'm falling for you" and "I'm not safe." Psychologists have known this for 50 years. Put someone on a high, trembling bridge, and they will mistake the fear in their body for attraction to whoever is standing next to them. The danger becomes the desire. So the person who keeps you anxious, who runs a little hot and a little cold, sets off every alarm you own, and you feel it as fireworks, while the steady one, the kind one, the one who would never make your hands shake, sets off nothing at all, and you feel that as boredom. Here is the first lie, then. What you have been calling a spark may only ever have been a smoke alarm. Reason 2. You're not in love. You're at a slot machine. Think about the ones who were hardest to hold on to. Warm one day, distant the next. A perfect night, then 3 days of silence. You never knew which version you would get, and you could not put them down. There's a name for this: intermittent reinforcement. It is the most powerful behavioral trap we know, and it is exactly how a slot machine works. A reward that comes every time gets boring. Your brain stops paying attention. But a reward that comes, sometimes, unpredictably, just often enough to keep hoping, becomes something you cannot walk away from. The good moments with them were rare, which is exactly what turned them into a jackpot. And here's the part that undoes people. The chemical that drives all of this, dopamine, was never about the reward. It's about the anticipation of it, the wanting, the almost, which means you were never really addicted to them. You were addicted to the hope of the next good moment. You stayed at the table for a jackpot that came just often enough to keep you broke. It is also why leaving felt less like a breakup and more like withdrawal. When you finally walked away, the same regions of your brain that light up in drug craving started screaming for a fix. So if leaving them felt like your body was coming apart, you weren't weak. You were detoxing. Reason 3. And this is the one that goes deepest. You keep choosing them because they feel like home. But listen to what that word actually means. Home was never a synonym for safe. Home just means familiar. It means this is the feeling I learned love was made of. Long before you could speak, you were studying the people who were supposed to love you. And whatever that love felt like, steady or uncertain, warm or withheld, your nervous system wrote it down and called it the truth. If love, back then, came with anxiety, if you had to perform for it, or chase it, or brace for it, then, as an adult, calm love will feel foreign, wrong, like it isn't real, and chaos will feel like coming home. This is why you keep dating the same person, wearing different faces, different name, different city, identical wound. Some part of you is trying to go back and win the ending you never got, to take the love that was uncertain the first time, and this time, make it stay. You're not choosing them. You are trying to finish a story that ended before you had the words for it. Reason 4. You didn't love them. You loved who they could have been. When the real person disappointed you, you didn't leave. You explained it away. That's not the real them. The real them is the one I saw that one perfect night. That's the fantasy talking. Your mind takes the rare good moments and builds an entire person out of them. A person who doesn't quite exist. And then you fall in love with the version you authored. And underneath even that, there is the quietest reason of all. Some of us don't chase the people who hurt us in spite of feeling unworthy. We chase them because of it. If a part of you already believes you are not enough, then the person who confirms it feels like honesty. And winning them over, finally, would prove the belief wrong. So you don't stay for love. You stay to be proven wrong about yourself. And that is a game you cannot win. Because the moment they choose you, they stop being the prize. When this becomes a cycle, hurt, then apology, then hurt again, it has a name, a trauma bond. The pain and the relief braided so tightly together that you can no longer tell which one is the love. If that is the part that felt too familiar, be gentle with yourself hearing it. It was never a flaw in you. It was a lesson you were taught too early. If any of this felt like it was written about you, it was written about all of us. In the next one, I want to go deeper into that word, home. Because the reason the wrong person feels like home is stranger and older than you think. This is the question this whole channel exists to sit inside. So if you've never been able to explain why you love the way you love, stay with me. We're going to figure it out together. Now, go back to the very beginning, to the person you thought of before I had said anything at all, the one who arrived before you could stop them. They were never the love of your life. They were the shape of something you never got. And you can put them down now, not because you stopped loving them, but because you finally know what you were reaching for through them. And it was never them. It was the feeling of being loved well. And that is still available to you. The feeling you call love might just be your wounds recognizing themselves. But a wound is not a life sentence. It is only the place you haven't been loved well yet.